So, I will explain some basic principles regarding colors etc. First, context. I will read just a few lines from the emerald tablets of Thoth. Used I the drum of the serpent, wore I the robe of the purple and gold, placed on my head, I, the crown of silver, around me the circle of cinnabar shone. As I've already stated, Thoth wore colored clothing matching the planets. Purple is Mercury and gold is the sun, before the break of dawn, while wearing a crown of silver, while standing in a pool of mercury. Also, occultists today still have to obey the ancient rites and rituals of the ancient mysteries. They must wear the correct colors and use the correct metals and symbols associated with the planets and sun and moon. Remember, the temple is also colored according to the 4 seasons of the year. The Masonic apron is also mathematically constructed. The flap, triangle, was worn with its point up, so we have a 3-sided shape attached to the 4 sides square. The sum of the sides is 7, which, as we are told in the extended explanation for the Master Mason's apron, was that 7. The number 7 is a recurring theme within the craft. 3 principal officers and 2 deacons, in a guard and a tiler. These 7 represent the 7-fold constitution of man's nature. This is something we are all aware of, but not really. We all know we have a body, a soul and a spirit. This is the basic idea that St. Paul brings to Christianity. These ideas can be found in the teachings from the mystery schools of old and in some sects of Christianity. For although once considered part of mainstream Christian teachings, it has been overshadowed by damnation and salvation of one's soul. The 7 are: 1. The body, or rupa; 2. Vitality, or pranajiva; 3. Astral body, or lingasarira; 4. Animal soul, or kamarupa; 5. Human soul, or manas; 6. Spiritual soul, or buddhi; 7. Spirit, or atma. So, the Masons also wear the correct colors associated with their teaching. As there are 7 gods, there are 7 colors, all with their own meanings. It is not colors to set them apart or set them in any group. 7 officers who represent the 7 planets, which is the 7 principles of thought, 7 principles of man. Masons are astrologers regardless of what god or gods. Colors are matched with the importance of the rank of the gods. However, as this is only information in the higher degrees, if every Mason was to just worship Venus, the scope would be narrowed. Of course, the scope is much larger, so all gods have to be worshipped, even in secret. As we know, the high degree lighter the lower degrees, to maintain secrecy obviously. So, you need to understand the degrees. 12th degree is Grand Master Architect. This degree requires a level of geometries, mathematics in astrology, and as I've explained, the morning star is the primary occult. So when a Mason says, 3rd degree Master Mason is the highest, it is actually true because of the mastery of Lucifer, Venus and the years devoted. However, Master Masons don't even know of the higher 4th degree called the Secret Mason, which totally wipes the whole 3rd degree, is highest out of debate. So what is the difference? It's called the Adapt, or Adapted, a Supreme Master Mason, or Supreme Worshipful Master, who is much higher in astrology and more importantly history. So, Zeus, Marduk, Jupiter, the kings of the gods, is the color blue. 3rd degree the Master Mason. 13th degree the Royal Arch is purple. Their patriarch is Enoch, Mercury, Thoth or Hermes. 3rd degree work with 8-year cycle of Venus, Lucifer, and 13th degree work with 3.14 synodic cycles of Mercury, Hermes. Thus more advanced not only in degrees and knowledge but unfortunately by social statuses. Then of course there is the very advanced called the Adapt, and if a Master Mason says no higher than 3rd degree, then counter, and say, Bohemian Grove, what degree is that then? Here is the Masonic pagan gods. Let the 7 mystic lights dispel the darkness of the council. The moon shines in our council and over it presides the archangel Saphiel, the messenger of God. Mercury shines in our council and over it presides the archangel Raphael, the healing influence of God. Venus shines in our council, and over it presides the archangel Hamaliel, the merciful kindness of God. Saturn shines in our council, and over it presides the archangel Michael, the semblance and image of God. Jupiter shines in our council and over it presides the Archangel Gabriel, the strength and mightiness of God. Mars shines in our council and over it presides the Archangel Uriel, the light and fire of God. Saturn, Archangel Michael, the semblance and image of God. In short, any occultist, more so on YouTube, who does not wear the correct colors, does not wear robes or garments that are made perfectly in accordance to the dimensions, does not use the correct metals, does not get up at 5:30 a.m. and stands awaiting the morning star, does not await the evening star, does not perform rituals with at least 4 others. On a basic level, the 4 represents the 4 seasons, does not study astrology of the morning stars and evening stars. Mars, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter and Saturn, means they are stupid and believe in rubbish learnt of Google or some YouTuber. Or, the most important issue, their heart just isn't into it. They want quick results or try to get to the core and hope to somehow succeed. While it is easy to mock Masons or Rosicrucians as some satanic devil worshippers, which many are but not all, because there is always light to counter the dark ones, these real occultists however really do live and breathe astrology and the cycles. They live in the cycles, working the cycles, devotion over many years, and are successful, of course at a cost. The only people in the occult who don't undergo such need of rituals, that I can say have talent and a degree of real knowledge, are clairvoyants and mediums, because they can prove and recall accounts, which in terms of criticizing, their talent is beyond contestation. But people watch videos on YouTube created by armchair occultists, who monetize videos in the name of profit, and make stuff up. Because really, how are you going to prove anything that's being said? Videos with great graphics and art, no actual evidence, and mostly second, third-hand information you can Google yourself. Or it's just a microphone and their face. They don't even grasp the basics of astrology, or what any of it means other than Google horoscopes and general stuff. Any occultist who does not talk about their morning, evening star as their primary teaching does not follow the retrograde or synodic cycles of Venus, Lucifer, is a false teacher and a charlatan. If you teach it's all mind power, you're a charlatan. If you teach law of attraction, you're a charlatan. You teach 5th, 8th, 10th, 16th dimensions bending reality, you're a charlatan. And space aliens made humans, you're a charlatan. And I openly call out all you so-called occultists, who show obtainable printed modern books written by Mr. Nobody, as your primary source of the occult. You're a charlatan. As for the Satanist, I call you out too, who don't even pray or talk about Ahriman, or the planet Saturn, or the evening star Saturn. Again, there are lots of so-called Satanists on YouTube, saying anything for attention, and that's not including the Christian mega-churches, who pay people to tell stories of a satanic past to boost popularity or to make people believe in Satan as something else. To the weak-minded it's easy to control as long as they pay, and believe in preachers, hence the term preacher. However, I'm not 12, I don't like being preached to, I prefer finding out myself. Thank you. You people haven't even the basic concept of the occult. Venus the light bearer is more brilliant, bright, and powerful. You haven't even the concept of total power and how small you are, and out of your depth you are, never mind embracing the actual great dragon, Satan, Ahriman, who is as equal is brilliance and power. If you really saw the great dragon, then your stories and teachings would be humble and respectful through fear. How can you be an occultist when you know concept of respect and belief and fear of your master? The fact you were chosen by Satan to have his audience and weak enough to leave and talk about it, means you wouldn't have been chosen in the first place. And you know who you are. I've been watching your channels for a while. And I'm onto you all.